Wow, this auction is actually getting pretty good right now. But as usual, let's talk about how the chapter starts off. So it starts off with Shiba telling Chihiro that he's going to be the one to go on ahead into the underground, with him trying to take on four of the siblings right below. And that is quite the tall task there, Shiba. At least that's what I thought in the beginning. But they do have a plan for this. But before that, the next chapter starts off with the siblings talking about how there's always been intruders, but no matter what, they've always been there to defend. But this time their father told them to defend underground, which confuses them a bit because they're not really used to this. But of course, Kyoto suspects that, yeah, Chihiro likely knows where the door is, so he needs to add some extra security to make sure that nobody gets down there. And that's where the protective older brother of Hakuri starts talking about how Chihiro and the gang have him, so of course they're able to get more information about both the storehouse and the door. So they basically got a bodyguard the door downstairs, and they gotta make sure that no one gets there, especially Chihiro. And while they're confused about it, because I feel like Kyoto might have purposefully given Chihiro the information in the first place, one of the other siblings is like, maybe father is like on edge, so maybe he's not trying to let us overthink about everything. He did have Hakuri as a hostage, and, that could affect a guy. And I'm like, did it affect him? I don't really think he cared too much about Hakuri. Or maybe he does, I don't know, but the way he treated him, I don't really think he cares that much. I mean, I guess, it's still his son, like you said before, but, using him as a hostage, whether he knew he would die or not, it's still pretty messed up, so I don't think he's too affected by it, but it's whatever. Then that's when we get like a little mini flashback of Hakuri talking to Shiba about Soya's weakness, of course, the obsessive older brother. And I'm like wondering his weakness. So I'm guessing they're gonna use Hakuri as bait, and that's exactly what's going on. Hakuri takes a little peek, and then he just dashes away. And that's when Soya's like, Hakuri, why are you running away? And like immediately the plan's already working. Like he already distracted Soya, so he's chasing after him. And then Shiba just gets straight to the door, all nonchalant, and he's like, yeah, I can't get in. How do you open this? And then the other siblings just get on alert and they start to get ready to fight him. I'm like, Shiba, this man knows no fear. He's actually about to take three of them on. Like, it was supposed to be four, but distracted one. And now he's going to take on three? Look, Shiba, I really hope you know what you're up against because this is going to be one hell of a fight. Which I'm excited to see. It's going to be hype. But I can already tell it's not going to be easy. Meanwhile, Hakuri continues to run as fast as he can. Apparently the plan is for him to catch up to Chihiro, which he does. He catches up to him right on time, and Chihiro tries to dash as quickly as he can to Hakuri's place, but at the same time he tries to fend off these bodyguards that are after him. But right when he's about to make it, right when he's able to, some sort of tree or branches or something blocks his path and he's not able to get through. That really screws up Hakuri because that blocks his path, and then Soya actually catches up to him. And I gotta say, before I even continue, I can only imagine the fear that Hakuri has right now. Like, the plan was to catch up to Chihiro, and then everything would be fine. Chihiro would fight Soya, and that's that. Then Hakuri probably would be in the background watching, or, doing his best not to interfere. But this puts a damper in their plans. Their pathways have been blocked off, so now what does Hakuri do? That's where we see Soya try to comfort him and tell him that, oh, don't worry, I'll kill those guys. I know they're forcing you to do this. Don't worry. And it's kind of weird when it comes to Soya because it feels like he does genuinely care, but he is extremely abusive. So it's kind of it's very strange to watch. But that's when Hakuri is like, I have to buy some time. I have to do something because otherwise the plan is gonna mess up. So that's when we see Hakuri take a battle stance, and he's like, I'm gonna take him on my own. And well, we saw what happened the last time he tried to do this, so this is not gonna end well for him. But I'll give him praise for actually trying to stand up for himself. It's gonna be really ugly whenever those trees and branches get down, because by the time Chihiro does reach him, he's probably gonna get beat up, and that's gonna suck to see. Assuming, of course, things go badly on his part. I don't know if Shiba could make it in time to help him, but yeah, it's not looking good for Hakuri right now. Now, back to Chihiro. He continues to fight off the rest of the guards, with some amazing paneling, by the way. And that's when we hear somebody talk, and he's like, so, the Cloud Gouger isn't as powerful now that it's broken. And I'm like, who is this? And I'm like, oh, he has a tattoo of the organization that actually took his father down, and now he's got to face whoever this guy is. And I highly doubt it's the dude with the hat that we saw in the earlier chapters. I mean, he's using a similar ability where I believe he also used like trees and vines and whatnot. But no, I think this guy either has a very similar ability because just looking at him like from his backside, I don't think that's the dude with the hat that we saw. So I think it's just somebody with a very similar power. But man, Chihiro, just look on his face. This man looks shook. Like, usually he has a pretty calm demeanor, but here he seems extremely shocked to see whoever this person is. And I guess maybe judging from his expression, it could be the guy with the hat. But like I said, I'm really doubting that. But man, that next chapter is gonna be good. Now things got really interesting. I don't know what Chihiro can do to get to Hakuri. I don't know if Shiba can handle the other three in his own. Maybe he can. And Hakuri himself, oh, I feel so bad for him right now. And Hyuki, I wonder what she and Sumo Guy are gonna do now. Because clearly she's fending off some bodyguards, but I don't know if she'll be able to catch up to Chihiro. Is she gonna go her own way? Is she gonna just stay behind? Or could she catch up to Hakuri? Well, no, I don't think so, because obviously the path is blocked off, unless she goes in a separate direction. Yeah, next chapter is gonna be really interesting. But but in terms of this chapter, yeah, this was good. This was pretty good. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the chapter. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you think Chihiro can be able to handle this guy and get to Hakuri, or if you think Hakuri could survive on his own, and what Shiba could maybe do against the other three, and whatever you think Yuki's up to. Leave your thoughts, and I'll try to respond to all of them as best as I can. But yeah, that'll do it for me for now. I'm really excited to see more of the auction because, yeah, this chapter right here has me really excited about just how this is going to continue. Like, so far, this has been a really good arc, and it's been a lot of fun. But for now, I'll be heading out. Peace out, and take care, everyone.